Welcome back to Living Local. Time to talk movies now today with Mike Schultz, arts editor for the River Cities Reader. He joins us in studio. Mike, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
Let's start with our one movie we had for you last week.
Yeah.
This was the big one that had probably one of the biggest pandemic delayed, openings.
Absolutely. We've been hearing about this for years.
This was the latest Bond movie finally out. No Time to Die finally premiered.
It's fantastic.
How did we feel?
It's really, really good. I was a little wary because I knew it was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Right.
That's a long time for a Bond especially. What I had forgotten is that I do like every other Daniel Craig movie in the series, and so I was due to like this one, and did.
There we go.
Absolutely. This does wrap up, as you probably know. This is the 25th Bond, and it is the final one to star Mr. Daniel Craig. And this one basically starts about 2 seconds after the end of Spectre, the last one that came out in 2015, and then it fast forwards 5 years where there is a terrorist organization that is sending out these nanobots that basically will kill you if you get touched by somebody who's got this kind of virus. And so it's pretty standard Bond in many ways, but it's got so much more emotion and so much more depth of character. And the villain in this piece is played by Rami Malek, won an Oscar for Bohemian Rhapsody, and he's a really interesting kind of perverse character that you also really feel empathetic toward. And so it kind of adds a little bit of gravitas in that way. Daniel Craig is fantastic. The stunts are great. It looks great. It moves really quickly for 2:45. I just had a ball. I'm not sure they could have wrapped it up any better. It was really, really good.
So it's still got all the same Bond, stuff.
Oh yeah,
in it,
and it's got all the characters. It's got the corny punchlines. It's got the whole works.
But it's not too straightforward. Like I almost think of Bond movies as like procedural type.
Exactly. It plays with the formula in interesting ways.
There we go. All
right. A lot of fun.
Let's get to now just some straight up scary stuff, not the action
just
only.
for you.
Right? Yeah. There's another Halloween movie out here. I don't know how long. Oh, wait, actually, I do. I wrote this down. The last one was in 2018.
Okay.
So, they actually made us wait 3 years for.
Wow, that's so kind of them.
Yes.
Considering we've had 12 of them in
it's
40
they had
years.
To add something to the name.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Halloween Kills. If you remember, in 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis re-entered the franchise. She was, of course, Laurie Strode, who was in the very first one as a teenage babysitter under attack by Michael Myers. Now she is an older lady under attack by Michael Myers. This starts right after 2018's Halloween. She is being sent to the hospital with her family. Michael Myers escapes from the burning house and starts committing mayhem throughout the neighborhood. And Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode says to the rest of the neighbors, "We've had enough of this. Please, let's start a community organization to get Michael ourselves." Which I'd be more excited about if we didn't hear that there is already a sequel to this one planned for next year, October. So if you're looking for closure, we're probably not going to get it. So we'll see. But at least, please let it be scary at least. That's all I ask.
Jeez, I mean, that's the point.
That's the bare minimum of what I'm asking. Right.
All right, we'll get off of horror here for 1 second.
Okay.
Let's go to this one now that's coming out here with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck back together in the movie, and some other people here too.
Indeed.
And this is an interesting plot premise.
Yeah, it sure is. It's based on a true story. It's called The Last Duel. It's based on a true story that took place in the 14th century, and in which a nobleman, his wife claims to have been attacked by one of the nobleman's best friends, and the movie kind of shows you the attack in question from 3 different perspectives, from the husband's perspectives, the wife's, and the man who's accused. It's being directed by Ridley Scott, who of course did Gladiator, so he knows his way around medieval times. We also have Matt Damon as the nobleman. We have Adam Driver there as his best friend. Jodie Comer from Killing Eve plays the wife. As you mentioned, Ben Affleck is blonde. So that'll be fun all by itself.
That's him?
That's Ben. Absolutely. But the reviews on this are kind of great, and yeah, it could be a lot of fun with some dramatic heft to it. Crossing fingers. Could be interesting.
Hope, yeah, we're going to hope. It looks good.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the scary and the just weird
here
for our last one. This one's called Lamb.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain to us what's going on here?
It's Icelandic, so it is a foreign film.
There we go.
If you don't like subtitles, you're out of luck. But if you do like creepy, you're probably going to be in a lot of luck. This is about a farming couple in Iceland who have a series of goats and sheep, and there is a creature now who is kind of part lamb and part human who is born, but the parents have recently lost a child, and so they take the lamb as their own kid and start kind of treating him like a regular infant, and they dress him up, and eventually they get him walking on two legs. And the sheep and goat community is not happy about this at all. And it looks like they want to reclaim the lamb as their own. This premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in May and got some really decent reviews. It's made a bunch of money overseas, and it looks so creepy. It's by A24 is the studio, and they also did a movie called The Witch that was kind of set in Salem, Massachusetts during the Salem witch trials. And it looks very much like in that vein. It looks creepy and weird, and that's right up my alley, much more so than Michael Myers. So we'll see.
He's going to have some different type of Halloween action.
Oh, man. I wonder if that's going to be a costume this year. I want to be the lamb, Mom.
Oh,
gosh,
not.
hopefully
I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
All right, I'm not opening
Mike,
my door.
As always, thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
In review, last week's opening, of course, was No Time to Die. New this week, Halloween Kills, The Last Duel, and Lamb. Of course, you can always read Mike's movie reviews inside the latest River Cities Reader on stands everywhere and online at rcreader.com. And for more information on today's movies, that's our website, ourquadcities.com.